Hey scientists, so in this episode, what I want us to do is I want us to think about ourselves as scientists. Think about how we've grown as scientists and how that's connected us to the natural world around us. So first, before we start, take a minute to listen. Can you hear all the birds all around me? It's early in the morning, and the birds I've noticed this year are really active and they're really noisy and they're talking to each other and they're fighting with each other and there's a lot going on. Can you hear that right now? Those are two birds protecting their nest. And they're really busy and they're really nervous about the babies they have in their nest. So just by listening in the morning and listening in the afternoon, I have become a stronger scientist. I have gotten to know the natural world around me at my house better by observing, by listening, by using those scientific skills. So in this episode, I want us to think about that, okay? How have you grown as a scientist? So I want to start by sharing some of my observations about the social flycatcher, that bird that was fighting with everyone in my yard this morning. Social flycatchers are those crazy birds that are always building nests all over my yard. So take a second to look at these different nests. There's one high up in a tree. Then look in this pitaya plant where this social flycatcher is building its nest. And they have really interesting, intricate, complicated nests. And I learned about this when we were learning about nests this year. So the social flycatcher even built a nest way up in a gutter in my house. Can you see that gutter way up there? And see the window that's next to it? Well, look what happened when I opened that window to see what they were doing. This first video clip, you're going to see in slow motion how they come swooping in, and they got really close to me and they were really mad at me, and they would come in with their claws and their talons and kind of try to scare me away. So because I've been outside observing and listening to the social flycatcher, I've learned a lot about this bird and really got to know who this bird is and how it behaves in my yard. So not only have my scientific skills helped me understand the birds that live in my yard more, but it's also given me an opportunity to observe some smaller animals. Meet the whip-tailed race runner lizard. They're all over my house and they made me wonder so many things, want to ask so many questions. They're such beautiful animals and they're really fast. So as I was observing these lizards and reading about them, I learned how fast they are, and that's the defense mechanism. They can get really fast. Even my dog can't even catch them. And I asked a lot of questions about the colorations that they have. I noticed that the young males are really bright and vibrant, and then as they get older, they turn a little bit more brown. It was really interesting. Now take a look at a beautiful moth I found, and the colors and patterns on its wings made me want to ask so many questions. This really cool spider made me wonder why it looks like a crab. Why does it have those big long legs? I have also taken lots of time to observe bees and how they fly and how they collect nectar and what different flowers they enjoy. All right, scientists, so now I want you to take a moment and reflect. How have you grown as a scientist this year? What have you learned about the natural world around you? How has it connected you to the animals that live in your backyards?